there's an aerial view.
Hello, everybody. This a shooter was on rampage in uh, Rochester Hills. That's here in Michigan.
I put
This
that
guy here
address
said,
of that Jacob Ashley, and it takes me to that trailer park where the guy.
And 4 people were killed, including the perpetrator, and 5 injured at that shooting. So
okay, excuse me,
he was talking about all these
this
shootings
guy.
they've had just in the last 2.5 years.
This guy here knows nothing about Michigan because he says, "How far is it from Michigan State?" Way far. He said 90 miles. That's way far. Doesn't matter where it's at, Michigan State or where the heck all these mass shootings are. The fact of the matter, it's a mass shooting. But this here area where the splash pad and all this Rochester Hills is a fancy area in Michigan. Near, it's in Oakland County, so it's near Detroit and all that area, and Pontiac and all that down over in the southeast corner. And yeah, this guy shot 9 people as far as they know, and then took his own life. They traced him to a home from one of the guns he had, pew pews, and then they found assault weapon on the table, and he had unalived himself, and the handgun was by him, which is a cowardly way. But this guy had mental illness. He's 42 years old, lives with his mother. God only knows why he went on a rampage, and why he picked this area, because it was kind of like a random type of thing, unless he had a disgruntled. Of course, who knows what's going through a person's head. But now I have a problem, about a week ago. I mean, since a certain person got elected in the big house, big White House, uh, everybody started, and this state is run by the jackass, party, has been even since the last president, and they legalized marijuana. Now, mental illness in any kind of illegal drug, plus now they legalized the other, especially the legalized of the marijuana. I mean, they got pot shops all over, and it wasn't bad enough they had medical. But anyway, with mental illness, now my daughter, I don't even know why she did it. And she said it's different than when the old days. I doubt it, because she was starting to get, talk to me. She's been going off on my youngest daughter for no apparent reason. Um, 0 to 60, but she is bipolar, and of course, her doctors say, if it starts bothering her because she's got anxiety. Try to tell her to freaking no. She will not admit to it. But anyway, one day she came over here, and started telling me stuff that, really hurt me because she said some stuff that my youngest daughter had said about me that hurt me, and I was really upset about it. And I prayed about it, and what I got back was to pray for her. So I called my oldest daughter up, and that's what I said. We would pray for her like that. And I don't even know what we were talking about. From 0 to 60, she went off on me. I mean, we're not talking screaming. We're talking, you can't understand what she's saying. And then she goes on Facebook and tells everybody I'm a narcissist. And everybody's a narcissist. And oh, it rattled my PTSD. Excuses, excuses. And then I had to call my youngest daughter up to tell her about it and tell her what she said because she was saying stuff on Facebook bad about me and stuff like that. And she says, "What's the matter with her?" It's that stuff she's smoking. Yeah, she started doing that, hanging around with my son-in-law's family and all his family members and his, extended families and all that crap. She's turning a lot of people against her because of that. But it's called paranoia, and she's got high anxiety and stuff. And she's always got, oh, I had a panic attack. I'll tell you what panic attack is. A panic attack is something that is caused because you're afraid of getting some sort of a disease, or it's a medical condition that it's medical, you're afraid of dying or anyone dying. So you get these panic attacks and it never ends. Seems like it never ends. But I used to get those. And then one day I said, no, I ain't doing that anymore because if you're going to go, you're going to go. Worrying about that is not going to help. But anyway, legalizing that stuff is not good for people with mental illness. And with the things going on in this world today, and mental illness is running rampant, they should not legalize that stuff. I don't care if anybody likes it. It's a pure fact. Back when I was young, in the 70s and stuff like that, she said they did it different because they told them the people know what they're talking about. They just want to sell it. But back when I was growing up, they used to put it and grow it themselves. It was organic when I grew up because they grew it themselves. They dried it out in their ovens, and that's how they did it. But nowadays, it's synthetic, so it's not the same. It is absolutely not the same. Even in the old stuff would be bad because my brother used to be that way. 0 and 60 when he didn't have it. You can't tell me that stuff's not addictive. And she tried to lecture me about smoking. Well, yeah, look what you do. At least mine doesn't affect other people, and it doesn't surely hell doesn't make you freaking nuts. It's a fact. But let's listen to this, and I'll show you where Rochester is.
Jonathan Morris says, I hope this wasn't erasing. They didn't tell us too much about the victims. again, but he said he did say there was no connection. And I think he used the word random in the earlier press conference. So it didn't really sound from the press conference that this sounded targeted at all. I mean, who knows? But there was no suggestion that he was targeting some particular type of individual, at least so far. But he had at least, it sounds like he had at least 3 guns, because he had a handgun at the house, and he had a handgun that he used for the shooting that was left at the park, and he had a rifle. I don't know if he said AR style rifle, something like that. He used I think he said AR, that was found at the kitchen table of the house. But no criminal record. I don't know, when did he get these guns? Are they recent or not? That I don't know. Maybe he left a note, says Glam Girl. Well, they didn't say they found a note, so
That's another thing. How in the heck did he get all those pew-pews with a mental illness? Now, see, with the things going down at the southern border and the border problems, it doesn't matter what you do with the pew-pews. They're still going to come across there because of the bad people over there that are hanging around the fence down there. But they'll come across, and doesn't matter. The bad people will still get the pew-pews.
makes me think he didn't leave a note. Although they said they're going to check his they got to check his online stuff. I mean, or maybe they'll find a note somewhere. And I also don't know. I mean, they said 2 children were shot, and I think 7 adults. So, was he? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the breakdown of children to adults was at the park when he was there. He shot both, but was he shooting more at the adults? I mean, what can I tell you? I don't know. I don't know who the people were there. I don't have the details on that. But I found that interesting. But maybe there were just more adults at the park. I just don't know.
It was a family.
Yeah, Rita says maybe the adults were closer and the children were farther away in the water. Who knows? So a special thought to everybody who lives in that area. And also, let's hope all the good news is that everybody has survived so far. Although two of the victims are in critical condition.
Yeah, one of the victims is 9 years old, shot in the head.
But he just went over there. Just went over there at around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Just started shooting people. I'm guessing we'll hear stories in the coming days from.
They started to say suicide, but I was watching this one channel. It doesn't make sense, Why do people do that when they want to unalive themselves and take out somebody else with them? That's wrong. If you want to do it, just do it. go freaking seek help. Probably was seeking help, but probably was doing like I said. Either that or drinking. One or the other. Those don't mix. If you're taking those pills, those antipsychotics and all that stuff, you shouldn't be mixing that stuff together. Even my daughter's doctor and therapist said, don't, if there's a problem, tell us. But she ain't going to tell them. I mean, she gets scary sometimes. That's the first time I ever seen her do that. I knew my younger daughter was telling me about her doing that to her all the time, and I thought, well, my youngest daughter's got a temper too. But when she did that to me and said I was manipulative and all that other stuff on Facebook, the first time I ever answered her back was this time. There's two sides to every story. She's the one that was a rebel when she was younger, and she's still a brat today. She's jealous because my youngest daughter graduated college, which my oldest daughter had a chance, but she threw it away because she spent her money on a gym membership because her friend talked her into it. So she had her chance, and she blew it. She's angry because I said my youngest daughter was a miracle because when she was born, me and her almost died. I mean, we did almost die. I was turning gray, and my youngest daughter was almost was drowning, and she weighed 4 pounds 10.5 ounces. But yeah, I'm not supposed to say that. But you know, her dad. I think my oldest daughter is a manipulative person, and her dad is the same way. But her dad was meaner to her, my oldest daughter, than I was. Yet he's the good person. Oh my goodness. Next time, oh, I hung up on her. I wasn't gonna. I mean, oh, she's lucky she wasn't here. That's why she does it, because she knows what I'm like. And she's older. She's an adult. She can take a blow from me, getting smacked. I don't know why people do this stuff, but it's a problem. Plus, we have shortages and the medication stuff and all that other stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on that people really need to pay attention to. Instead of all this other junk. There's really serious issues. This guy don't know he's just a new news station trying to make himself be a good big news station, but he's stupid. But anyway, I don't know why I found him, but I did see him. But alright, now here's a map. Okay, this is Rochester Hills right here. This is Macomb County right here, Shelby Township. This is Brooklands Park, Auburn Hills, Bald Mountain State Recreation Area. There's Troy, Bloomfield Hills. See, all these places are fancier places. Pontiac, see right there, right by Pontiac. Pontiac is a bad freaking area too. About as bad as Detroit. Bloomfield Hills. See, these are all Orchard Lake Village. This is all fancy to do, which does not make it any better. But this is a fancy area. which was surprising to me.